In today's Ask the Geeks, Sushma writes in to ask what are the virtual reality options she has.
Yeah, so this should be fun. Let's get into it.
So virtual reality is something which all of us are a little bit curious about, and we want to have fun with it. So there are quite a few options here, and let's list it out from the cheapest to the most expensive.
Yeah.
At the bargain basement, of course, you have Google's Cardboard, which costs anywhere between 300, 400, all the way up to even at the most 1500 rupees. Next, we have again Google's Daydream headset, which comes around 7000 or 8000 rupees. And then, of course, we have
then we have the Samsung Gear VR. And if you're going really high end, then you have the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive options also available. So let's look at all these options one by one.
So what I have here, this is a Google Cardboard. When they say cardboard, they actually mean cardboard. It's made of cardboard.
I have another one which is just painted in with, but it's still cardboard.
So this is, as the name implies, very budget one. It's made of cardboard. It just has two lenses, and this is the best way to start out with VR.
Yeah.
In fact, this one it has a small button made of cardboard as well.
And I think that's a magnet over there, right?
There's a magnet. So it's something which you can put together yourself with your children if you have the time.
Yeah.
Google gives you the instructions. What are the pros and cons? So the cardboard obviously is the good thing is it's the cheapest. It's probably you can use it on most number of phones. So anything if you bought a phone in the last few years, anything
above 4.1
Jelly Bean. So that must cover 95% of the phones out there. And even better, it even works with iPhones.
Yeah, that is
It
also
works with iPhones too. And even better, the one more thing is the cardboard also has the option of a cardboard camera. You can download that app and actually shoot things and then watch it with virtual reality. So
yes,
those are the good things. Of course, since it's so cheap, it's not going to give you the best quality. And holding a cardboard to your face, it's not the most comfortable thing.
This one does have the elastic band, but it's still not very comfortable. Even though that nose, padding is there, but still not very comfortable.
You can of course go for slightly more expensive options like Xiaomi's one, which costs around more than 1000 rupees. It'll get you somewhere there, but it's not going to be really comfortable. And the worst part, it doesn't have a controller. So the only thing you can control is, like Vinayak said, there's a magnetic button over here, so which you just press, and that's the only thing you can do. There's not much else.
Yeah.
A slight upgrade over this is the Daydream.
Daydream headset.
So Google debuted the Daydream headset along with Pixel, the first generation Pixel.
Yes.
And this is definitely a step up from the cardboard which we saw here. So as you can see, it's made of fabric. It's very comfortable. It's got a controller too.
Yeah.
So all I have to do is I take my Pixel and I put it in and put on this latch, and I can wear this on my head. I'm not going to do that and look silly right now. And of course you have the remote, which you can, once you're in the virtual reality world, you can use this to point around and
actually shows you a line so that you know exactly where you're pointing and you're going to be clicking on.
Yeah. And Google advises that you sit in your place and move. You don't walk around when you're doing your virtual reality.
Especially on those roller coaster rides and all the 3D virtual roller coaster rides, a lot of people have fallen and hurt themselves. So best keep sitting down in one place and then do that.
So Daydream is certainly comfortable because it's made of fabric. It's got a controller and it's quite comfortable to use. But there are some downsides. It's not available on as many phones as the cardboard is. It's not available on iPhones for starters. There is a very limited number of phones, which includes all the Pixels, the Galaxy S8s, Note 8s and above. We have a complete list of the phones which is compatible with the Daydream in the description below.
I'll be also maybe showing it here, right? Might be scrolling up one by one name here on the side. I'll keep that there.
So it costs about 8000 rupees, and you can it's usually not available out of stock on Flipkart. So try your luck. You have the links down below.
Yeah, but the quality, the function, like it's comfortable actually. The sponge and all that you have over here and the strap, it's very comfortable to use. Only thing is you need a flagship kind of phone to use that Daydream app. Yeah.
So what are the other options?
So continuing on for the Samsung Galaxy series, you have the Gear VR, which is pretty well made. It's a plastic build, and you have this nice headband which actually even goes above your head, so it stays in place. And the front, you have this where you have to actually plug in your phone. So once you plug in your phone over here, you have access to these touch controls on the side, and these touch controls directly control your phone. Then you have also a focus ring over here, like on the top, which allows you to move the phone ahead or back so that it is in focus, which a lot of these VR headsets do not have. That's what I have noticed.
Tell me something. I mean, I just noticed it. I don't wear glasses, and I noticed that, of course, you do. How comfortable are any of these when you wear? If you're somebody.
It was easy for me to wear the Gear VR as compared to any of these other ones.
Of course, cardboard would be difficult.
Most difficult, but even still, the Daydream was
not.
also a little tough to use. And the best experience, I think so, because it's directly controlled by your the controls over here. The newer version does have a handheld controller, as the Daydream has. So I have the older version, so I don't have that controller with me.
And these are, of course, the budget options. Which
this is not very budget actually. This is all, I think, S6 onwards. The Galaxy S6. At least you need that much horsepower to be able to run those applications. Because the Samsung has linked with Oculus, and you have these Oculus 3D VR apps that are also available on the Samsung like VR store.
So, what phones are compatible with this?
S6, S7, okay, this one has the S6 and S7, the S6 Edge Plus. Like, there's a small slider over here which is A and B. Like, so suppose you have the smaller S6, you would say switch it to B, and if you have the bigger S6 Edge Plus, you will move it to A. But the S8, S9 will not work with this version because this is the micro USB version. You need the USB-C version for the S8 and S9,
newer phones,
and you can't even use a adapter because it is so tightly packed in your ear.
But if you have a Galaxy phone, I guess this is the best option for you.
Yes,
because it's going to work phenomenally well.
Very well, actually, and it's really well closed. It's like you don't have light creeping in and all that, and it's very good that way.
Of course, now these are the budget ones.
Actually still budget ones, even though this is something like almost 10k, I think.
Yeah,
and it's still budget. So if you
tell us about the Ferraris and the Maseratis of VR.
So as I was talking about Oculus, who Samsung have teamed with to make this, you have the Oculus Rift, which is a similar kind of a build device. Only thing, the big difference actually here is you have the screens inbuilt onto that. So you don't have to go put in a plug in a phone or anything like that. Just switch it on and use it. Okay, what other thing happens is when you're using the phone with the Gear VR, it heats up very fast. So you can have only maybe 10 minutes of play or something on that. But if you're using the Oculus Rift, it is made for VR, so it runs much longer comparatively. And but one downside is, like, this Gear VR, you can put it on, you can walk around anywhere. You are not limited to a location, but the Oculus has wires running to the device and also to two sensors. That sensors are supposed to be put onto the sides or like ends of your or corners of your room, so that it knows exactly where you are. So for that you need wires, and also for the Oculus you would need a USB cable and an HDMI out, so you are kind of wired to a place. But I have noticed some people using a laptop, which is a very, like, as a gaming laptop or something, and then powering the Oculus. So you can actually put it in a backpack and then walk around with it. The same with the HTC Vive. The HTC Vive is more like a little bit more higher end screen, a higher resolution screen of 90 Hertz refresh rate, I think, which is, I think, a little better than what the Oculus would be giving you.
So in terms of pricing, where does the Oculus stand and the HTC Vive?
The Oculus is supposed to be around 28,000, but in India it's available for 44.
Wow.
And the same goes for the HTC Vive. So HTC Vive is supposed to be 56k, and it's available for 66,000 or something here in India.
And keep in mind that both the Oculus and HTC, you need to connect it to a PC too.
And the PC should be very high end actually. Like, at least I think the base model you would say is GTX 1060 graphics card, and 8GB of RAM would be very base, and you will need an i5 7 Gen or the 8 Gen.
Basically a 1 lakh PC.
Approximately.
So summing it up, Sushma, if you don't know which one to go for, the cheapest way to enter into the VR headset world is to get a cardboard. So this is, like I said, going to cost you 500 to 1000, and it will work with most devices. If you have a Samsung phone, a Galaxy S8 or higher, go for a Gear VR. or if one of the other Daydream compatible phones which we have listed below, go for a Daydream View.
So the Daydream still supports a lot more phones as compared to the Gear VR. So it is still a better option if
It also supports the S8 and above, and also supports LG and a few other phones which, like I said, we have the list below. If you really want high-end stuff and are willing to invest more than $1 lakh on it, the Oculus and HTC Vive are
because it doesn't only take the HTC Vive or that price, 66,000 over there plus another $1 lakh for a laptop or a system or a laptop. So it comes to almost 2 lakhs there.
So we hope we have kind of clarified the VR scenario for you. If not, you'll at least be happy to know that you're getting some really cool talking stuff gear on your way. So do send us your address, and you're going to get
stuff like this.
And you're going to get this stuff. So and if you want to write in any more questions, you can write into us at tech@talkingstuff.net, or you can even ping us on WhatsApp. That's 96525 stuff. STUFF on your number keypad, 96525 stuff, and of course you have the full number right here. So thanks, and see you next time around, and keep asking the geeks.
Thanks for watching.
Make sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. Also make sure to click on the notification bell to be informed when new videos are added. Thank you for watching.